Hello beauties, welcome back to the vlog. It has been a long day today. I've been in Salem, Portland, back to Salem, and now back in Eugene, doing some good things for our city and for our state. And so now I'm here to do the blog. This week we are talking about scarcity, and one of the things that is interesting for me about scarcity is that when you are a startup company, which we were a while back, everything is very reactive. You're thinking about what you have to do right now, the problem you have to solve today, or even this hour, not what needs to be solved for the long term, for the longevity of your business. Everything is very much in a reactive, on fire response. And we think in terms of how to prioritize every dollar that we make, every decision that we make, and it can be really challenging. When we start to scale a business like I'm doing now with Lunar, it's really hard to let go of that startup mentality of living in scarcity, right? So we do things like do trial tests of technology instead of just signing up for what we need. We buy lots of different versions of them, or lots of smaller versions, instead of buying one big version of software that could solve more of our problems, because we're still living in this space of scarcity. And we really are not thinking proactively. Now we've started to shift in that. We've started to think, okay, well, what's next, and how can we be strategic, and how do we have a plan for that? But it's tricky. It's something that you have to really focus on and really make part of your thinking. One way that this became very clear to us is recently we were talking about, for example, we have lunch at our company. And when we first brought on lunch, it was so new, it was such a novelty. There was this fear that it was going to go away and we weren't going to have it anymore. And so people would just eat a ton of food because it was like, well, it might not be here tomorrow. And I think that over time, they continued to do that. And it took us about a year and a half into providing lunch for people before we settled into a more average amount of food that we ate. And it really was this thinking about, well, it's not going to be there tomorrow, so I've got to get as much as I can today. And that fear of what's not going to be there tomorrow, that uncertainty, keeps us from acting. It keeps us from doing the things that we need to do to grow our company, or to make the changes that we need to make. So it's really at the top of my mind right now as we shift into this new version of ourselves as a company, of what's next for us, where should we be going, not what do we need to do to survive, but what do we need to do to grow and to be better. So we'll be talking more about scarcity tomorrow as well. I'm not on the road tomorrow, which is lovely, but I'm in a lot of meetings, and then up in Corvallis on Friday. So busy week, but I will see you tomorrow for more. Thanks. Bye-bye.